Fish culture and science. Fish culture, also known as aquaculture, is the scientific process of breeding, rearing, and harvesting fish and other aquatic organisms in controlled environments. It is an essential part of food production, conservation, and scientific research. 1. Importance of fish culture. Food production provides a sustainable source of protein for human consumption. Economic growth creates jobs and supports the fishing industry. Conservation efforts helps protect endangered fish species. Scientific research aids in understanding fish biology, genetics, and diseases. 2. Types of fish culture. Fish culture can be classified based on the environment and farming methods. A. Based on environment, freshwater fish culture, raising fish in lakes, rivers, or artificial ponds. Brackish water fish culture, rearing fish in waters that mix freshwater and seawater. Marine fish culture, farming fish in saltwater, such as oceans and seas. B. Based on farming methods. Extensive fish culture uses natural water bodies, with minimal feeding and management. Intensive fish culture uses artificial ponds or tanks, with controlled feeding, aeration, and monitoring. Semi-intensive fish culture, a combination of natural and artificial feeding. Cage culture, growing fish in cages placed in natural water bodies. Integrated fish farming, combining fish farming with crop or livestock farming. 3. Fish farming systems. A. Pond culture, uses artificial ponds for breeding and rearing fish. Common for tilapia, catfish, and carp farming. Requires proper pond management, water quality control, and feeding. B. Uses tanks made of concrete, plastic, or fiberglass. Ideal for small-scale or indoor fish farming. Allows better control of fish growth and health. C. Raceway culture, uses flowing water systems to maintain oxygen levels. Commonly used for trout and salmon farming. Ensures continuous water exchange and waste removal. D. Recirculating aquaculture system, uses a closed system where water is filtered and reused. Requires high technology and investment, but is sustainable. Reduces water pollution and conserves resources. 4. Factors affecting fish culture. Successful fish culture depends on several key factors. Water quality, oxygen levels, pH, temperature, and cleanliness must be maintained. Fish species selection, choose fast-growing, disease-resistant fish for better yields. Feeding and nutrition, provide balanced feed with proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Disease control, regularly monitor fish for infections and treat them promptly. Stocking density, avoid overcrowding to reduce stress and competition for food. 5. Fish breeding and reproduction. Fish can reproduce in 2 main ways. Natural breeding, fish reproduce naturally in a suitable environment. Artificial breeding, scientists use hormone injections or controlled environments to encourage spawning. 6. Challenges in fish culture. Water pollution, industrial waste and chemicals can harm fish. Diseases and parasites, infections like bacterial, fungal, and viral diseases can spread rapidly. Overfishing, excessive harvesting can disrupt ecosystems. 7. Sustainable fish culture practices. Use eco-friendly feeds. Reduces pollution in water bodies. Maintain water quality, regular cleaning, and filtration, prevent diseases. Stock native species. Protects biodiversity and maintains ecosystem balance. Adopt integrated farming. Combines fish farming with agriculture to minimize waste. This is the middle part of the fish, containing fins, scales, and internal organs. Scales, protects the body and reduces friction in water. Lateral line, a sensory organ that detects vibrations and movement in water. Fin, dorsal fin helps with balance and prevents rolling. Internal organs. Heart pumps blood, liver helps in digestion and detoxification. Swim bladder helps fish float or sink. Stomach and intestines digest food. Kidneys remove waste and maintain water balance. Conclusion. Fish have unique body structures that help them survive in water. Their fins, gills, scales, and internal organs work together for movement, breathing, and feeding. Here is a detailed breakdown of the main parts of a fish, along with a labeled diagram. 1. External parts of a fish. These are the parts visible outside the fish's body. Head region, mouth used for feeding. Shape varies by diet. Eyes, no eyelids. Adapted for underwater vision. Nostrils, detect smells, not used for breathing. Gills, extract oxygen from water. Operculum, hard bony flap covering the gills for protection. Body region. Scales, protects the fish and reduces friction. Lateral line detects vibrations and movement in water. Fins. Caudal fin provides thrust and movement. Shape affects swimming speed. 2. Internal parts of a fish. These are the organs inside the fish that help it survive. Swim bladder controls buoyancy, allowing the fish to float or sink. Heart pumps blood throughout the body. Liver helps with digestion and detoxification. Stomach and intestines processes food. Kidneys removes waste and maintains water balance. Spinal cord and brain controls movement and body functions. Labeled diagram of a fish. I'll generate an image for you showing a detailed labeled diagram of a fish. Give me a moment. Importance of fish farming. Fish farming, also known as aquaculture, is the controlled cultivation of fish for food and commercial purposes. It plays a significant role in food production, economic growth, and environmental conservation. 1. Provides a sustainable source of food. Fish is a rich source of protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential nutrients. Helps meet the growing demand for seafood while reducing pressure on wild fish populations. 2. Economic benefits and employment. Creates jobs in fish production, processing, and marketing. Provides income for fishermen, traders, and fish farmers. Contributes to the GDP of many countries through exports. 3. Reduces overfishing in natural water bodies. Helps protect wild fish populations from depletion. Prevents the destruction of aquatic ecosystems caused by overfishing and illegal fishing practices. 4. Efficient use of land and water resources. Fish farming can be practiced in ponds, tanks, and reservoirs, even in areas unsuitable for agriculture. Uses less fresh water compared to livestock farming. 5. Supports food, security, and nutrition. Provides an affordable source of protein for communities, especially in developing countries. Improves dietary diversity and reduces malnutrition. 6. Source of raw materials for industries. Fish farming produces raw materials for fish oil, fish meal, and fertilizers. Supplies the cosmetic and pharmaceutical industries with fish-based products. 7. Environmental benefits. Some fish farms help clean water by filtering out pollutants. Integrated fish farming systems enhance sustainable agriculture. 8. Enhances research and innovation. In colder areas, use heated indoor tanks or greenhouses. Avoid extreme temperatures below 15 degrees Celsius, as it slows growth and increases mortality. Conclusion: for successful tilapia farming, clean water, proper feeding, good stocking, density, and optimal temperature are crucial. With proper management, tilapia farming can be highly profitable and sustainable. Perform some of the activities involved in rearing tilapia. If you want to rear tilapia, here are some key activities involved in the process. 1. Site selection and pond tank preparation. Choose a location with a reliable water source. Prepare a pond, tank, or cage system with proper drainage. Clear the pond of weeds and predators before stocking. 2. Water quality management. Regularly test temperature, pH, oxygen levels, and salinity. Maintain a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius, 30 degrees Celsius for optimal growth. Change water periodically to keep it clean and oxygenated. 3. Stocking the pond, tank. Use healthy fingerlings from a trusted supplier. Stock at a recommended density to prevent over. 4. Feeding the fish. Feed high-quality supplement with vegetable matter, plankton, and insects. Feed 2 to 3 times a day based on fish size and growth. 5. Monitoring growth and health. Observe fish for signs of disease, stress, or unusual behavior. Remove any dead or sick fish immediately. Control parasites by maintaining clean water and using preventive treatments. 6. Controlling breeding. Tilapia reproduce quickly, so consider using monosex culture for uniform growth. If breeding naturally, separate young fish from adults to avoid overpopulation. 7. Harvesting the fish. Harvest after 6 to 8 months, when tilapia reach 300 to 500 grams. Use nets or draining techniques to collect the fish. Sort and grade the fish based on size, for sale or consumption. 8. Selling and processing. Sell fresh, frozen, or processed tilapia to local markets, restaurants, or export buyers. Properly store the fish in cold storage to maintain quality. Conclusion: by performing these activities effectively, you can ensure a successful and profitable tilapia farming operation. Regular monitoring, proper feeding, and good water management are key to achieving high yields.